What if you could rebuild an entire city from its own ruins? It sounds like science fiction, I know, but today we're going to dive into a radical new idea that promises to do exactly that. A future with zero waste and, get this, zero risk, all born from the rubble of disaster. So, to really wrap our heads around the scale of this problem, just look at this number, 60 million tons. That's how much rubble is estimated to be in a single conflict zone like Gaza. It's a mountain of debris so huge it's hard to even picture, and it's what stands in the way of any kind of recovery. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if we ask this question instead? Is all that just waste that needs to be hauled away? Or is it actually a city in disguise, holding every single raw material it needs for its own rebirth? And that is the absolute core of what's being called the Phoenix system. It's a concept that completely flips the script on how we think about reconstruction. The idea is to turn that rubble directly into a new city, right there on the spot. Okay, so try to picture this. It's like a mobile city-building factory on wheels. It's this series of connected units that literally follows the cleanup crews, sucking up debris at one end, and at the other, printing out new building materials, even entire homes. It's happening on site and in real time. Just incredible. So the big question is, how on earth does a machine like this actually work? Well, the whole system is built on a blueprint of 3 synchronized, really intelligent networks, and each one has a very specific job to do. First, you've got RWX, which is the powerhouse, the material engine that recycles all the rubble. Then there's the S-shield, which creates this high-tech safety bubble over the whole process. And finally, the C-loop, which focuses on the most important part of all, the people. So let's break down how they all fit together. All right, let's start with the heart of the whole operation, the material engine, or RWX. It's all about reclaiming materials, eliminating waste, and exiting with brand new building blocks. This is where the rubble truly gets a second chance at life. And some of the tech in here is just mind-blowing. Take plasma vitrification. It uses this superheated electrically charged gas, we're basically talking a controlled lightning bolt, to melt down even the nastiest stuff like asbestos, and it transforms it all into a totally safe, reusable glass ceramic. And then you need something to hold it all together, right? Well, that's where this low-carbon binder comes in. It's kind of like cement, but it's made from industrial byproducts and even the fine concrete dust from the rubble itself. This isn't just about recycling, you guys. It's a massive win for the climate, cutting the CO2 footprint by over 60% compared to normal cement. And get this, the efficiency here is just off the charts. The goal isn't to recycle some of the rubble. No, the system is designed to turn 98% of all that debris into valuable new products. That means pretty much zero waste is left behind. Okay, so processing millions of tons of rubble is one thing, but doing it safely, especially in a former conflict zone, that's a whole other challenge. And that is where the second network, the S-shield, comes in. This is way more than just hard hats. It's a multi-layered, high-tech bubble designed to protect everyone from all those hidden dangers. This safety shield has 4 distinct layers. It kicks off at layer 0 with AI-powered drones that fly ahead and scan for unexploded bombs. Then at layer 1, a special tracer, like a synthetic DNA, is sprayed onto the material so every single piece can be tracked. Next, layer 2 brings in the robots, using LiDAR-guided tools for super precise and safe demolition. And finally, layer 3 uses a geo-blockchain to create a tamper-proof digital record for every ton, which means total transparency and hopefully no corruption. But you know, a city isn't just concrete and code. It's people. And that's why the third and final network, the C-loop, might just be the most important one of all. It's designed to rebuild lives and communities right alongside the buildings, literally from day one. What this creates is a kind of rolling pop-up neighborhood. So you get things like hive homes for immediate shelter and maker yards where local residents can actually 3D print components themselves. You get a green grid for clean power. And crucially, it includes a learn and lift center for job training and a whole new governance model to empower the community to manage their own recovery. So when you put it all side by side, the difference is just night and day. The old way of doing things is dangerous, it's slow, unbelievably wasteful, and it often pushes communities out. This new system is built from the ground up to be safe, fast, sustainable, and to put power back into the hands of the very people affected by the disaster. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds amazing, but a little like science fiction, right? Well, this isn't just some wild dream on paper. There's actually a detailed, phased-out plan to make this whole thing a reality. The roadmap is definitely ambitious, but it's crystal clear. It starts in 2025 with a small pilot plant to prove the tech works. By 2027, the goal is to build a full 2-kilometer demonstration corridor, complete with housing. From there, it scales up to multiple hubs, with the aim of processing a jaw-dropping 42 million tons of rubble by 2034. But maybe the most profound part of this entire system isn't the robots or the cool technology, it's the philosophy behind it. It's all about rebuilding in a way that truly remembers the past. There's this quote from the research paper that just captures the whole spirit of this thing perfectly. Matter returns to place, memory stays with community. The physical stuff is put back where it belongs, but the history, the stories, those are preserved by the people. And here's how they do it. Remember that blockchain ledger we talked about? Well, thanks to that, every single new building block contains a digital history of where its materials came from. So a wall is no longer just a wall, it's a living record, a testimony to what was lost, and a powerful symbol of renewal. The act of building itself becomes a kind of ritual of return. Which really leaves us with one last powerful thought to chew on. What if the very ruins of our past could be used not just to rebuild our cities, but to actually restore our faith in the future? What if Rubble isn't an ending, but the very beginning of something so much better?